guys, Pam here with Crafthow with 4 techniques for making your words more interesting in less than 5 minutes. Ooh, so let's get started. We're going to start today with things that you can do in Basic Edition, and this one is called Text to Path. So you can use the outline of your shape or a hand-drawn item, and all you have to do is take your words. Running out of time already. Take your words and double click on them and just drag them onto the line that you want them to follow the shape of. And I'm going to make that a little smaller here so that it looks a little nicer. But basically it just comes down to playing with the size and the spacing on the text so that your words don't look super squished. Once you have them the way you want, right click, convert to path, and you have your wording. For this one, we're going to zoom in a little bit. There's a lot more detail. Don't need him anymore. And what you're going to do is, this is again something that can be done in Basic Edition. I'm going to size my word so that it's going to fit within this circle and I don't lose much of the detail. So I'm going to keep the spacing of my O and my D and all of those. And what you're going to do is, once you have your word shaped the way that you want it, right click and ungroup so that you can point edit. And I'm going to pause the video in just a second to finish this, but I'll get started on screen here. You basically just follow the lines of the words along with your lettering. So I'm going to take this one down here, same with this one, and then you can go in and delete all of the points in between, just so that the whole word, the border of the letter is outside of the shape that you're going to crop it to. So I'm going to finish that off screen. Okay, and once you get all of your points outside of your border, you go in, select your wording. Make sure I got the inside of that D as well. Make that a compound path. Select both your words and your shape, object, modify, crop, and then right click Control G group, and then you have your wording there. Alright, so that's that one. The next one is, if you have Designer or above, you can use this new function in 4 called Warp. So you select your wording, Panels, Warp, Warp selected shape, and then I'm going to set all these to 1. Drag my word over into my pennant shape, grab my orange handles and use those to adjust the edges of the word into the shape of the triangle. And then once you have that the way you want it, you're going to release the warp. You can keep or delete your shape, whichever. Select it all and make it a compound path, and then you'll be able to move it around in your project. Alright, so this is where we get to our bonus section here. I'm going to grab this circle I made earlier and this here, and this is going to be kind of a fun one. So I made this long oval shape over here, and I'm going to use the the replicate window, there we go, and rotate copies. And then once I've done that, I'm going to select all of my copies and group them. Control C copy, Control V paste, Control V paste. I'm going to go into my transform window and center them. Now you can see your line is darker because you have multiple copies there. I'm going to take the first one, just click anywhere on it, and then darker line. There we go. And then rotate that. And then everything is still centered. I'm going to right click, weld. And now I have my own custom frame. I'm going to take that circle from earlier, center it, make it a compound path, fill it with black, fill my word with black, and make it just a tiny bit smaller. Center it in my frame. And there you go, guys. You just made your own design completely from scratch. Alright, so that's all the techniques that we're going to learn today, and then those you can take and use to make other more complicated designs, but they're the basic building pieces that you need to get started. If you have any questions, facebook.com/crafthow, crafthow.blogspot.com, or in any of the Facebooks. Have a great day.